Now, I am up along the ridge on one of the marked paths, and the peafowl are out, and we should hear them. This is a gray mid-May evening, more like early April. If you have followed some of my other videos, you will know that this is the ridge and where the vernal pond was, and that beyond them trees over there is the valley with the swamp. Now, I did have a compass out here last year and checked it out, and these ridges do run pretty much north to south and are most likely glacier carved. We have an east wind, so you're going to be hearing all the noises from the other road, way over. You see there where it drops off, there's the valley, and then there's another ridge after that. Once again, the other interesting thing about these ridges is they are pretty much metamorphic. They have been formed underground. They were not the peafowl. They were formed underground, under other rock. They were not formed on the surface. They did not bubble up as magma. They were never lava. So it's interesting, what scraped it? How was that glacier? It must have scraped it all off. Or several glaciers. This is a very old planet. You have to be somewhat physically fit to hike up here. Oops. Wind damage from a couple of years ago. Now I'm probably going to be cutting off the path here. path goes down that way, if you can see the orange mark on the tree. There it is. But I'm going to go over to the rim of the ridge. A lot of this drops off quite steeply. There's actually cliffs, and if you go along at the base, you will find caves where the rocks have tumbled, and you can, if you're agile, crawl in, which I would not recommend at this point because we have a whole lot more critters, large and small, than we did when I was a kid and could actually be agile enough to climb through the little caves and sit in them. I was also smaller. So I did crawl in a few when I was in my 20s. But that was before we had as many bear, a bobcat, and a few other things out there now. Now, the fact that we are hearing peafowl and that they do basically spend their summer all through the valley, all through the swamp area down there, that is not usual for the state of Connecticut, which is in the northeast U.S. And the reason I know they are peafowl is because two showed up in my yard one year. And then I searched on peafowl calls. And that is when I learned that those were peafowl. I actually went for almost, for about 10 years I could not place that call. And I terrified the cats and the dog, searching all sorts of calls, which included predator calls. But none quite really matched. Looking west. And circling to the south. And then over here is the east. Now, I'm going to have to end this video and head back shortly because it is late afternoon on a very cloudy evening, or a very cloudy day. Late afternoon going into evening.